Hey all, welcome to Soulfully Illumined. This video we're going over that full moon energy in Scorpio lunar eclipse. I don't know about you, but the energies have been like pretty strong. I know for me, I've just been sleeping like crazy and I just have not felt, well, yes, there are moments where I have felt guilty about it, but I know that when I do sleep, when I do rest, when I wake up, I'm like $1,000,000, at least for a couple of hours, and then I gotta sleep again. So I do hope that you're all taking care of yourselves during this time because there's a lot coming through. Now, lunar eclipse in Scorpio, this full moon, the energies are intense. They're intense, but in a good way, because the Scorpionic energy is just intense. The water sign, the ability to go take a deep dive and then just be like the phoenix rising, coming up from the ashes. And that's really what I'm getting here, you know, because we also have like Pluto coming in. Like Pluto, I believe, is in retrograde, but you can just really feel the energy of Pluto. And then we also have that Mercury retrograde, which really enhances our ability to go within inwards, right? And so with all of this stuff going on energetically, it's a time of revelations. There are moments of greater clarity, and this could be clarity about our lives, clarity about ourselves. Regardless of regardless of what it is, it's just greater revelations that are just going to really open our eyes up so we can be a more divine version of ourselves in physical form. Really just being upgraded is what I'm trying to say. You know, with the intensity that's happening, you know, there's a lot of positive changes. We may not be seeing it in the world, but know this, that it is bringing forth all of this intensity, positive changes. So you may start to catch glimpses of it during this period. And a message that I got was pay attention to those positive changes, because there's more coming forth, all right? And that's just going to help give it that fertile ground, that support, so more of it can come in. But ultimately, this energy, you know, expect emotional releases from yourself and from others. You know, with the Scorpionic energy, that water sign of emotions, like Scorpio runs deep. And the water, the emotions that may be arising within you or the people around you, it's coming up to be purified. It's coming up to be released. So, as much as it may be hard sometimes, try not to take it too personally. The key element here in this period, you know, because I just felt it through that new moon. Like if you haven't checked out my new moon in Taurus partial solar eclipse video, you may want to check it out because the energies are just like intermingling. It just kind of continues on into this full moon. But what was I saying? Oh yes, the major theme, surrender. Surrender through the process, because it's as though it's going to be a bit intense at moments. And so the surrendering, just the letting go, is the best way to handle it. You will know if you're not, because the energies, the waves are just so strong right now, and your body, you'll feel it in your body that you're resisting. You'll feel that tightness in certain areas. Maybe your hands are tight, your forearms, if you're trying to take control too much. Maybe you'll feel it in your back, your lower back, if you feel like you're carrying too much stress, and that could be other people's stress on your back. Your shoulders, carrying too much responsibility on your shoulders, not letting go and receiving and listening and being still. You know, so you will be feeling it in your body. Your body will tell you if you're surrendering. But key component here, surrender. it's a part of the purification process that's taking us to the next level. So I did pull these cards for the collective energies, and I don't know, I just really like imagery. I love the imagery. But the card here, it says beginnings, east, and east represents the beginnings, you know, the ancients, a lot of the ancient texts come from the east. So, but my point in this, it's almost like we're going back into a portal of time, where we're going to catch glimpses of our past. And this could be past in this life, you know, childhood wounding, you know, teenage stuff that, you know, has wounded our hearts. But this could also be past life stuff, all right, with that Pluto energy, and past life stuff that's just kind of coming up for you to clear. Know this, though. You are not your past. You're not your past. This is you right here. And all you have to do is walk through it. And as you walk through it all, you burn it away. If you don't know what I mean by burning, you may want to check out that new moon. Was it the new moon in Taurus or the video before that, where there's all this electricity coming in to help purify? And that's now within us. I don't know if you've been feeling that electric current through the body, or like excessive heat, or just this edginess. But you're in the state now where it's like, just keep walking, and you're transmuting everything as you keep walking. But the purpose of this is a part of the path. It's part of the journey for you to kind of go back and reshift old patterns, reshift old ways of being, so you can move forward and co-create intentionally what best serves you. Bottom of the deck, to make equal the equator. Yes, the shadow element will rise up and speak to you. And the shadow element is not there to be repressed. It's there as a part of you, as your best friend to an extent, but that is you, if that makes sense. And it's like, spend time with that shadow if you can during that full moon, because it's like that aspect of yourself is showing you how to create that newness. And as I said before about that emotional releases may be coming up for you and for other people. I feel like what it's also saying here with this card is, what emotionally fulfills you? What really is going to give you the best structure in your life to emotionally support you? There's something in the shadow. There's something in the shadow. Okay, and then I was just drawn to the card underneath that. Mystery, dark matter. Yeah, so there's going to be moments of stillness and silence around you. Walk into the silence. Walk into that void. Walk into the stillness. In that stillness, you will get some answers that you've been seeking. You'll be gaining greater understanding. That's going to help shape your future. But take it step by step as you move forward, because it's really about moving forward in that balanced state, that state of neutrality. Really interesting. It's a really, really interesting time, but it's a time in which we are more awake than we've ever been. And as we move forward with intention, with grace and compassion. And yes, of course, there's moments where we're triggered, but this time around, we do it more with greater awareness, right? So that is the collective reading. We're going into the piles at this point. So we have pile 1. I picked cards again like last time, just shuffled, and whatever fell out, fell out. So please pick the one that you gravitate towards. This is pile 1, beauty. Pile 2, freedom. And feel free to pause it if you need a moment longer with each card. And pile 3, forgiveness. Okay, so feel into those piles and I will see you at your pile. Hey there, if you picked the beauty card, pile 1, this reading is for you for this full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So, all right, so pile 1, first thing I'm getting, vision change. What the energy's doing for you, it's as though it's changing the way that you're looking at the world, looking at yourself and looking at the world. I feel like you're like really hard on yourself. You're hard on yourself and just, for lack of a better word, feel a bit insecure in your reality, in your world. That is changing. It's as though, and that could stem from childhood, by the way. Yeah, that stems from childhood, something about emotions that have risen up, something that happened, and that could be parents, that could be other children, other friends, but you're a real sensitive person. That's what it feels like. You're a very sensitive person. And so there's been some trauma in childhood that has led you to feel a bit insecure in your reality. But that's changing, is what I'm getting. The way that you're seeing the world, the way that you're seeing yourself is changing. There's going to be a release for you, pile 1. It's like you're releasing that old stuff, that old baggage. You may have some stomach issues during this time, around that full moon, and that's just kind of like just old stuff being released. And I'm getting it's like almost like a little higher in the stomach, so it's almost like solar plexus stuff, but kind of moving all the way down. Now, of course, see a medical practitioner or professional if you feel you need one. But it's almost like there's a lot of energy in your lower chakras, and the purpose of that is just to kind of reconfigure and just clear out the old programs and the old memories, is what I'm getting. So not only is it going to change the way you see yourself, pile 1, but it's also going to change the way that you see other people. So you're going to be looking at your experiences from the past, for example. It's almost like you're going to revisit your childhood to some extent. And by revisiting those certain pieces, and that could be by looking at pictures, or you come across somebody from your past, but it's like you're going to see it from a different perspective. And it's as though once you see it from that different perspective, because you no longer are that child, you no longer are that person anymore that had that experience, you're going to realize how much not only you've grown, but how strong you truly are. You know, like I said, you're hard on yourself. Oh shit, I don't think I said that before. You are hard on yourself, pile 1. But you don't realize how perfect you are. And all of that was old programs that just, it's time to let them go, because you have some newness coming through. So this period for you is to start to really see, experience the beauty that is around you and that is within you. You may have that purge though first, okay, during that full moon. Now, let's go a little deeper. I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck for pile 1, please. For the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Okay. See, first card, Wondrous Universe, Walk in Beauty. And what I'm getting here is like, this time is giving you a whole different perspective of what's happening. I think the key here for you is actually just to like let go of the mind and let the universe show you the beauty that does surround you. Let the universe show you what you need to see. Just be open to what's happening around you. Be open to the magical orchestration that's happening around you. Because that's expanding your box. That's expanding your root as well. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's like we can be so in our square box of our world. You know, we got to wake up and then we got to do this and then we go to work and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, open up that box, be in this environment and let it show you what you need to see. Because what it's showing you is how you've been translating your world isn't exactly accurate. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And that's what it feels like I was saying before about how that's what it's showing you. You may be going back to your roots. So old childhood memories and going deep into some of those wounds. Key for you though, pile 1, compassion as you move through the energies, because there are moments where it might be heavy, but know this, there might be moments where it's really, really light and airy and happy. Treasure both because they're a gift. Both of them are giving you some sort of understanding, information that's really helping you to raise up your vibration. Rest is also key for you, pile 1, because there's a lot of energy that's coming through. But there's a flow with you at this point, pile 1. It's like there's moments where you're going to need to rest and take it easy, and then moments where you're going to have to move. So it's really important, like I said, for you to be present, not in that box of yours, but be in the moment. So you can not only see what the universe wants to show you, but you can also move with the flow. So, and you'll find that it will turn into this interaction between you and the divine, you and the universe in this dance. Reflect and redirect your energy. It says impasse. The old ways will not work for you, my friend. It's time to move beyond that. It's almost like you keep making the same route back to this dead end or wall, and it's just, you don't know where to go. But it's okay, because right now you're collecting energy. You may not know the way yet, and that could be, you know, you have a project, or, you know, you have a goal that you're trying to meet, or, you know, whatnot, something like that. You may be hitting that same roadblock because it's not time yet. It's not time yet because it's like, you see, this is the path. Wait, where's the path? This is the path that leads here, and then you're like, what the hell? We have this like wall right here. And it's like, in order to get past that wall, because your heart tells you to go that way, you got to raise up your vibration to get over that wall. For some of you, that's not the way to go. Okay, so let me just stop there and just say, for some of you, this is not the way to go. Follow your heart. Your heart knows if that's the way to go. And if that is your way, but it's not moving, that's okay, because right now you are meant to just accumulate information. You're still transforming and transmuting the old. And once you do, that vibration of yours will rise. And you won't even see this anymore. Does that make sense? You'll raise, and that won't even be an issue. So this energy is really great. There, like I said, moments of intensity. There might even be some anger release, and I do feel like there's an emotional purging, but in a good way. Let it out. Obviously constructively and safely, but it's really going to be a heart healing time for you, Pile 1. And I hope you feel that peace, because it's like there are moments where I'm just feeling like peace, just complete peace. Savor it, because you've had some real hard times. So when you have these beautiful moments, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay. Lastly, for Pile 1. Pile 1. For Pile 1. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so with the Fox Spirit, it says think on your feet. The time right now for you, Pile 1, is to really, like I said, there's an ebb and flow, right? So there's moments where you need to rest and so forth, but it's time for you to move forward in the world, but not doing the same cycle that you always do, right? Or that you have done in the past. It's a new period, it's a new chapter. How do you choose to live? How do you choose to be? Trust that you are ready for, trust that everything is shaping up as it should, that you are ready for this moment, and that everything put in your path in this moment is for you. You are no longer the old person that you used to be. No. No, no, no. You are upgraded, my friend. 279 endings. Let it go. Let the past go. And that's why you're seeing that look in the past. You're going back to revisit the past, because it's going to remind you, it's going to show you that you're not that anymore. Whale Spirit, trust the great mysteries. There may be moments where you're kind of like in a bit of a tailspin, I'm getting, in a sense of you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where you're going. It just, you're not gaining the clarity that you thought that you would be having. And you have to trust in the great mysteries. Like, you know, this is a co-creative experience with the divine, right? I think we forget that. It's like we want to get somewhere, but it's not just about us. You know, it's a co-creative experience. And when we start to dance with the divine, we realize that what we thought was genius in our own mind is not even close as like genius as the divine. You know, I had a question that I posed to Spirit. And, you know, it really mattered to me. So when it's something that really, really matters, I get a little blocked, right? Because it's just not clear. But it was like the way that I got the message. It was, you know, my mom said something to me, and then I heard something on the radio, and then I saw a sign as I was driving along the street, and it was like all of these pieces I was able to connect the dots with. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the piece that my mom said compared to this song and this and this, and when you put them all together and connect the dots, it answered my question. And I'm like, well, why couldn't you have just like, you know, just like wrote it on my computer or something? But my point is the universe is so divine, right? Like, I wouldn't have gotten it if it was on the screen one day and said, like, I wasn't in that vibrational state. But slowly, it's like through this, you then get this epiphany this beautiful moment of enlightenment. So what I'm trying to say to you, pile one, Spirit has your back. And trust the great mysteries. You'll soon be in that state if you're not already, which I feel like you are, you know. You're going to see that higher perspective, pile one. You're going to see how it all kind of went down. Certain things that are still wounds in your heart have just held you down. You're going to see that. And you're going to let that go. That's going to help you. This is so key because this is really going to help you to just be at home in the world. All right, so pile one, that is your reading. Thank you for watching. Do give it a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, but it resonates. Thank you again. See you next time. Bye. Hey there, pile three. If you picked the forgiveness card, this reading is for you. All right. You know, when I was talking about this card in the intro, the song that came up was, I don't know who sings it, and I'm not sure if I'm getting the words right, but something like, forgiveness, forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. That song coming in. So, that may be for someone out there, but it feels like you're going to be doing some emotional release with that song or with the theme of that song. Yeah, so it's you know, for a lot of you, I'm getting a purging, like an emotional purging, emotional release, emotional cleansing that's happening through this full moon in Scorpio. This eclipse is there to just kind of eclipse out the old, to really help you to let go of the past. It's like you've had this real brutal, like, not brutal, but like you've been beaten up, you know, and that could be emotionally, pile three. It feels like it's more emotionally, and it could be, you know, you're feeling it in your body as well. But it's like this time for you is to really just be in the water element. And that could come in the form of, yes, the emotional release that I mentioned, but it could also be in the form of just, if you can, pile three, take a bath. Take a bath during this time, during this full moon, to really just help you release the baggage. Baggage in a sense of the old stuff that that's just been stuck in your body, that's been stuck in your energetic field, and your emotional state. Like this moon will really help you to release that old stuff and just rejuvenate the body, the heart, the mind, all of you. But I'm really getting like purification energies coming through. For someone, or for some of you out there, like, yes, definitely forgiveness. That's happening. There's relationship stuff that will be transpiring during this time. And the relationship stuff is the forgiveness work. It is the, you know, because we also have Mercury retrograde, right? So like people from the past coming back, but also the Pluto of going down to, you know, the past and the beginning, and really just seeing certain things that have impacted us. And I feel like you're going to be really feeling it the most on that level, on that emotional level. It's okay. Just float through it and allow yourself to release it. Because as a result, you are getting your glow up. Glow up in a sense of just being able to release that past and being a lot more lighter, a lot more freer, a lot more, and you're going to realize how resilient you truly are, pile three. Because you really are, and it feels like you've been through a lot, and you are so strong as a result. So part of it will be you seeing that within yourself, but then also being able to let go of that heaviness from different experiences with others. Because it's like you're having a reset. You know what I mean? So do please honor this time for you, because it's meant to just purify and release all that old stuff. Key for you, Pile 3, flow with it. Just flow with the current. It's like, just let it take you and just let it nurture you. Just let it love you and fill you up and release the old. Nature will be your best friend at this time. So if you feel like really sensitive and just vulnerable, you may want to be out in nature and just, just listen. Go out in nature and just listen. And I feel like Mother will just fill you up. Feet, grounding. It's just something about Mother for you is really like healing. So even if you can walk around without shoes on, I know it's not really ideal, but if you live by a beach and you can just put your feet in the sand or like put your feet in the water, I just feel like it's just going to soothe your body. It's just going to soothe this aspect of you. But this is a big time of transition and change for you, Pile 3, as you're letting go of the old and just purifying it so you can just really be in the new. Let's go into the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck for Pile 3, please, Spirit. What would you like them to know about this full moon and Scorpio lunar eclipse? All right, so first card we have is Discovering Truth. This says you stand in the light of the truth. Yeah, so this isn't a time of action for you, Pile 3. This is a real time for you to go inwards with, and really just kind of watch what is transpiring around you. I feel like there's certain people that are going to come to you that's really going to open up your eyes and your awareness to some things that you may not have known before. And then also with the wise leader, we have wise leader in reverse. You are a beacon for others. I hope you can see these cards. I never know until I start to edit. I feel like with you, Pile 3, like you really are a natural spiritual warrior. Like you're really, really strong, and it's like you, like look, she has the red hair and she has the red hair here. It's like this is the same person. I don't feel like you know how strong you are. And it's like, I don't feel like you know how strong you are. You've gone through so much, you've experienced a lot, you have a lot of strength, and you may get in your head and doubt yourself a bit, Pile 3, but it's like, it's ingrained in you. The wisdom is ingrained in you. Your strength is ingrained in you. You are so beyond this physical reality. As a human, you can look at your reality and look at your history and be like, crap, man, like look at all this crap I had to deal with. But from a divine being, this wise leader, divine, strong, amazing being that you are, this is nothing. And I'm not saying it to discount your past experiences. I'm just trying to show you the divine essence that you are. That you are so much more than that. This is a story. This is an experience that you've gone through, right? And so in order to just kind of move forward and move into your power, you have to release the past. And it's like you're going to be going through divine, trust there's a divine plan. Interesting. Okay, so there may be moments, Pile 3, where you may be feeling constricted and squeezed. feeling like things are going wrong, things are barren, nothing's working out, nothing has worked out. And then moments of expansion, clarity, understanding, fulfillment, feeling really great. And that's okay. That contraction and that expansion, just like the heart, you need it. That contraction and expansion, that's what you need to just to live, to thrive, to be alive. And what I'm trying to get at is not you as a human to be alive, yeah, of course, with the heart, but what am I trying to get at here? I'm trying to say this in a way of, I'm talking about you, your divine essence. This contraction and this expansion is helping you to come forth in your divine essence. You've done this long enough. You're releasing all of this stuff, okay, that you've been holding on to, and you're turning into the light. You'll start to see glimpses of it during this full moon or through this period if you haven't already, okay? You're going to find that it'll get bigger and bigger as the season, I'm hearing, transpires, and as you connect to your soul, to nature, and so forth. You're moving into that leadership position, Pile 3. So you may feel that blockage. I think Pile 2 got this one too. Impasse, reflect, and redirect your energy. You may feel like things aren't moving forward, Pile 3, and that's okay. They are, but just not in the way that you mentally would like it to. So it's like, take this opportunity to watch and observe and get the pieces of the puzzle, the information that the divine wants to give you, the pieces that others would like to give you, so you can clear out the old and bring in that superpower that you are, that beacon that you are. As I said that, it turned 11:11 on my timer. Okay. So for Pile 3 Pre-Spirit, for Pile 3, what would you like them to know for this full moon? Yeah, so you are in the in-between period, Pile 3. We have Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between. And that's what it does feel like, because it's not a time of action. It's more like, yes, there's movement forward, but it's an inward movement for you. A time of reflection, revelation, and release. But it's prepping you for something amazing. It says here, Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit. The energies are really like, see, I feel like that's what you are turning into, right? Like it's this whole thing to this with the green eyes, the eyes of the heart. And I do feel like that, like as you find that the season progresses, you're going to be more in touch with, you're going to feel stronger within your skin, more in touch with your divine presence, embodying it, truly. Give yourself this time, Pile 3, because you're really connecting with the divine. As you're releasing and purifying the old and letting go of the expectations, the regrets, and the hurt, the pain, all of that, you know, you're shifting. And then here with Otter Spirit, you are never alone. With this one, I'm really getting like this play with you and another, or this play with just different relationships. And it's like you're almost going to have this bird's eye perspective when it comes to relationships moving forward. Like this purification time is like going to give you some greater clarity about, you know, certain things and how they transpired in your life. And there's going to be a letting go it feels like for you, Pile 3. The letting go of the pain, the letting go of the hurt, the compassion that we're all just doing the best that we can in this world that we're living in, based on our past experiences, our lives, expectations, parental stuff, etc., etc. And once you do, I feel like that's just going to change everything. Everything. With the mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Yes, at this time, like I said, there's no grand movement as far as you getting stuff done. It's about you just doing the simple stuff. The work is in the simplicity at this time for you. So it's about that. But then I'm also drawn to the eyes, because look how big his eyes are. It's like, as you tend to the little things, it just opens up your awareness. There's not so much noise around you and in your mind. You're focused, you're in a state of meditation to some degree, but then you're also like, your awareness is open. And through that opening of your awareness, I don't know, that's where the information is going to come in for you. So just go with the flow, allow the release. You're in the in-between, but you are stepping into your power. All right, beautiful reading for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic full moon. And do give it a like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there! If you picked the Freedom card, Pile 2, this reading is for you. All right, for this full moon in Scorpio lunar eclipse, let's get into it. So actually, this card came out for that new moon in Taurus, partial solar eclipse, so you may want to actually check that reading as well, or pick a pile from that reading. Just something to consider, but let's just get into it. What wants to come through here? All right, Pile 2. Straight up, the energies coming in, this full moon for you, energies is really showing you how you've been disempowered, is what I'm getting. How in your reality you have been disempowered, and how you have, and this could be through your mindset, it could be through the different things in your life, but how you've basically caged yourself in a way of just kind of put yourself in a really tight and constricted way. This is good, Pile 2. This is a good thing, because then you know, number one, how to get out of it, and then number two, you can build it differently. You know what I mean? The energies of this moon is really actually going to be emphasizing your heart chakra and really doing this heart chakra expansion. And so through this expansion, though, it's going to highlight different aspects within your heart, within yourself, of where you've been blocking, I'm getting peace. That the areas of your life, such as your stability in your world, such as your stability within yourself, that's coming up for you to light up, to be aware of, to neutralize and release it. These things that have just been inhibiting your heart to be free, for you to be free. I feel like this is a big deep dive for you, Pile 2, as you move through the energies at this time. And I feel like it's a little bit after that full moon as well. But what you're doing is really creating, you're going to see your thoughts. You're going to see where your thoughts have been really jailing you, like putting you in a jail, really been constricting how you choose to move in the world. And you're going to be transmuting that and releasing that bad boy for good, okay? Because you know better. You know what brings you peace. You know what makes you light up, all right? But it's like there's these pieces that you've been missing. There's these pieces that spirit will be showing you so you can transmute it. They're saying keep your eyes up, pay attention to the world around you. I don't know if you're an air sign or not, but I feel like you can get a little analytical, pile two. And hey, I get it. But it's like they're saying, look up, because the key's right in front of you. It's almost like if you go about your daily life, it's just going to be apparent. It's going to just be so much more obvious how you're thinking, how you are expressing yourself in your life with other people and so forth, and basically caging yourself up. Give yourself the compassion, pile two, as you move through this, because something tells me you're going to be a little hard on yourself. Maybe you're a bit of an overachiever, I don't know, but hey, I get that. It's just be compassionate with yourself, because you are, remember, you're having this human experience, right? And I feel like we just take it so damn seriously. We take it way too seriously. And I feel like with this card too, it's like just lighten up, let go, you know, just as you lighten it up and, you know, be in that state of dance and joy and compassion and unconditional love and acceptance for yourself and for others, you know, you'll let go of that cage, right? Like, look, that just lifts it all up so you can be free and realize, hey, I'm totally good. This is just the confinements and expectations that you place on yourself and perhaps with others. When you gain that awareness, you're going to find things are going to shift in your reality. Pal 2. Because thoughts create things, and let me tell you, it's going to shift in your reality. Give yourself the time. This is important. This is actually, I'm getting really excited because it's like, these are really important pieces of like fundamentals that you're going to be seeing. You're like, well, of course, I, for example, think negatively about my job. You know, it sucks. But then with that thought of negativity, you now just put yourself in a box because now you're miserable every time you go to work. Instead of saying, well, I hate this part, fine, but I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy this. And as you focus on that positive, you'll find that, number one, like what happens to your body? It releases more. What happens to your, you know, what happens as you're going to work? You enjoy it more because you see more of the positive, and then it starts to shift. Okay, your reality will start to shift. All right, for pile 2, please, Spirit. Full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. What else do they need to know? Yeah. Okay. All right, so first off, we got wandering path. Okay, it says enjoy the journey. And I feel like with that one, it's like similar to pile 1 in a sense of you may feel like you're just kind of going through the same thing over and over again. But it's like allow yourself to let go. Sometimes the way we, sorry, I'm just distracted because there's a cute little bird outside and he's just staring at me. And I'm like, why are you staring at me, buddy? Like, they're really cute, these little birds. Anyway, sorry, total tangent. See, that's what I mean. Allow yourself to wander, pile 2. Allow yourself to wander. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience, because right now you're gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom by just these detours. They're actually helping you. You may want to go one way, and that's great, but you can't go anywhere in that cage. Allow yourself to wander. Allow yourself to be taken to just different detours because they're shaping you right now. They really are. Okay, it's going to help you to uncage yourself or to kind of see certain pieces of that puzzle that is you. At first light, it's in reverse. It says beginning a new cycle. What I'm really getting with this card pile too for you, it's like, it's about cultivating those seeds that you've already planted. Cultivating and just loving those seeds that you've already planted. Have you done that? And I feel like part of that is the emotional component of cultivating yourself and that emotional aspect. Perhaps you've done a lot of different things in the world, the physical world around you, pile 2, but have you cultivated this? Oh, you can't see me doing that. Your heart, yourself, your body, your emotions. Have you cultivated that? Now is that time. You're going to find that the emotions are going to rise up for some of you. And as they rise up, it's for you to actually see what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. And then you know where you have to give yourself some extra love. Extra love. You're doing a balancing, pile 2. There's a part of you that's balancing, and that's, if you haven't listened to the intro, pile 2, you may want to. In that part of the video, I spoke about the balancing of the light and the dark, the shadow and the light. You'll find that for you, pile 2, your shadow is really going to come up in you, and you're going to find that you're gonna see where the baggage is you've been carrying, where you've been boxing yourself in through that shadow, and then start to work with the shadow, choosing your path, all is possible. Yeah, working with the shadow to really just become the king or queen of your castle. All right, because it's like you've been holding on to some things for way too long, and it's just been constricting you, and it's time to kind of let it all go and continue to move forward. Okay, so final cards. For pile 2, please, Spirit. Full moon in Scorpio, lunar eclipse for pile 2 viewers. This is actually kind of like the budgie that I saw outside. It wasn't a nightingale though, but anyway. That's silly. Okay. See, what did I say about detours? Trust in divine detours. It's shaping you. It's totally shaping you. And look at that, the bottom of the deck, koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Yeah, you know what? Allow Spirit to move you. Trust the detours. Go with it. Just go with it. Because you're going to find through this period that you've been limiting yourself. But that's okay, because you know what? A rebirth is assured. The energies coming in are really going to be opening up your mind, pile 2, and really changing the way that you view things and what your thoughts are about things. So just be open to the universe showing you. See, like we got here, like the coyote spirit, and we have all of this energy going on through here, the third eye crown, right? Then we have the bat spirit, a rebirth is assured, and then we have the same sort of deal up here. You may be feeling a lot of pressure through the crown and the third eye, pile 2. And then we have the crown. Like, look at that, crown. So, basically, this is really amazing, pile 2. Great energies coming your way. 41, which is the 5. We have another 5. Yeah, just a shift of perspective, change coming through, trust in the flow of the detours. All right, pile 2, thank you for watching. I hope you like this reading. Enjoy this full moon. It's going to be great. All right, and give it a like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't but would like to, and I will see you next time. Bye.